Hey players, in this video, I'm just giving some general basketball tips that you need to add into your mindset to help you perform better on the court. We're not really looking at, ball handling, shooting, passing, the specific skills of the game in this video, although those are really important. If you want to learn all those skills at an advanced level, click on the first link below. You can go to my training platform. But in this, it's just more about your mindset and approach to different things. So the number one thing, or the first thing I want to mention when it comes to playing is you have to play to your strengths and avoid your weaknesses. We all have situations in games. Well, the best players in the world, they don't really have weaknesses. But most players, they have some weaknesses. They have some spots on the floor. They have some different situations where they always get in trouble or they're put at a disadvantage. You want to avoid those at all costs. So maybe you are really, really bad at getting out of a trap because you're a shorter player, or maybe you're very long and very tall, but when you're matched up with a short, quick guard, they always blow by you, and so you don't need to switch on defense. You need to learn to always put yourself in a position where it's a good matchup and a position of strength. From a coach's perspective, they always, and this is why they run sets and run actions, because they're trying to manipulate the offense and defense to put the offense at an advantage over the defense. So you got to put yourself in positions of strength. The second thing, and I think this is the most underrated skill in basketball, is spacing the floor and moving without the ball. The number of players, especially teenage players, who have no idea how to space the floor and no idea how to move without the ball blows my mind. This is the most underrated skill in basketball, but it also helps the flow of your offense. It helps your team execute their sets, and it gives your teammates space to drive and kick or drive, reverse pivot out, just more space to make plays. So learn how to space the floor properly. Third is to know the time and score at all points. So whether you play with a shot clock or whether it's running towards the end of the half or whether it's the end of the game and you're up 10 or you're down 10, you have to know the situation of the game. Like if you're down 10 or you're down 8 and there's 2 minutes left, you probably got to be aware that you got to start fouling or you got to start picking up full court. And you're not just still jogging back, half speed, looking up when your team is really asking you and demanding you to pick up pressure. Or it could be you're on offense or your team is up 8 to 10 points and there are 2 minutes left in the game. You don't need to be taking stupid shots. You need to be looking for high quality shots that are 70, 80% or higher. Now, if you're playing with a shot clock and it runs low, you might have to take a bad shot. But you're really looking to run clock and not make a stupid, risky, boneheaded play. Because great players, they understand time, score, and situation. That could also mean you know the scouting report to your team. So you know all their inbounds plays. You've asked common opponents or people you know that have played against that team. You should ask them, hey, what are their out of bounds plays? Or maybe you saw it on film. Hopefully your team watches film and you saw it on film. But you know time, score, situation, and you know the actions that the other team is running. That's going to help you tremendously. The next thing is to know your role or what your team needs of you. Of course, I want you to be the best player on the floor that does everything, and I know you want that to be too. But the reality is, most players, 99% of players, they just need to do 2 to 3 things really, 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 really well, and then let teammates do other things. So know what your role is on your team, whether it's spot up shooter, whether you're a slasher, whether your primary thing is rebounding and defense or setting screens. Know what your team needs of you the most, and then absolutely dominate that. Because if you do that, that helps contribute to your team's success. It helps your team win more games. When your team is succeeding and winning more games, your coach is going to like you, respect your effort, you're going to play more, and that's going to give you more opportunity to be on the floor and achieve. So you want to know what your expectations are from your coach and your role and do really, really well at that. The next thing is to organize simplicity and efficiency. A coaching friend, kind of a coaching acquaintance of mine that I've crossed a couple times. His name's Mike Procopio, and he worked with Kobe Bryant. He also worked with the Mavs. He's worked with a ton of players, one of the best coaches. And two of his quotes are, practice the things that happen a lot and dominate simple. So that just means all the fancy dribble moves and step backs and flashy moves. Yeah, those, work on those and try to add those to your game. But at the end of the day, basketball is about ball reversals. It's about moving the ball quickly. It's about learning how to screen and move without the ball. It's learning about how to have a really good shot fake. It's learning how to create separation quickly. It's about driving angles. It's about using your body. It's about playing through physical contact. All these things happen every possession, and you need to focus on mastering those before you move on to the super complex stuff. Now, these are a couple points. We could talk about a lot more, but I just wanted to give you a couple of things going into your season that you can really consider that I think will help you out. If you're looking for training, click that first link below in the description, and then also you want to subscribe to the channel, hit the subscribe button, because this is going to keep you up to date on any film studies or videos that like this that I do that will help your game. But thank you for watching, and I hope this was helpful. Let's keep getting better.